but I still knuckle up. These niggas hold like nuts on nuts. Hey, girls can't spend no bucks on your hot cold. Ain't got no love for ya. A check, but ain't no stubs in here. It's Lil Pat, Trick, bitch, money, mix, big sticks, full clips, 50 zips, 10 bands, no money, clip, catching plays. I let my hair grow out, but I still catch a fade. Big presidential inside my cigar, nigga, no election day. I can recall you, drop a side on a nigga like yesterday. Come to find out that these niggas really square like a checkers game. And I smoke a pressure, no less a strain. Stacking up, no Texas game. Making plays off the Mary Jane. Phone ringing, must be a stain. Got the juice like punch, take a swing. Pat up coming for your head like bang. Roll colder than the ice on Johnny Dang.
Yo! That boy said Colin and Johnny Dang. So yeah, man. Yeah. Progression can be looked at in a few ways, man. You know what I'm saying? In some ways, we definitely came a long way. Lord have mercy. In some ways, I think we've taken a bunch of steps backwards, man. I ain't gonna lie. It made me think about that when I just seen that picture of Codac Black. I was like, oh
man. What picture you seen?
The one that was on the YouTube deal. But Lord have mercy. So yeah, so like I say, man, it's just, I guess it just all depends on how you wanna view it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll say this, to me, collectively as a whole, no. I don't know. There's definitely a lot more for us to do. You know what I'm saying? And I guess it's just, to me, in our culture collectively, we still entertain too much foolishness and buffoonery.
We wouldn't be niggas if we didn't entertain the foolery. It's part of our culture.
So much buffoonery, man.
Oh, the coonery, the buffoonery.
So much buffoonery, man. I think there's still just a whole bunch of yeah, man. I think it's we still entertaining a lot of that whole just if you want to say that nigga shit, man. You know, happy to be the clowns or happy with the little surface shit that they've allowed us to be able to have and obtain. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, hey, I understand it's a part of our culture, especially being down here in H-Town, or just wanting to feel like, you know what I'm saying, people got some sense of accomplishments. You feel me? But I ain't gonna lie, when I can see a fucking a line of 10, 15, 20, 30 slabs collectively probably, or let's say each slab you can almost assume at least got about 10 racks or more on it, in it. You know what I'm saying? That was spent on the vehicle.
Was it? Or does it just look like that? You know?
Yeah, it could look like
these Mexicans really are miracle workers.
Hey.
Them motherfuckers do the most.
I mean, how much do you know the average cost for some swingers?
Nah, but I know they sell them on eBay and every other place. You can buy them anywhere.
They selling swingers on eBay? It's not the official ones though. Okay, to me, I'm thinking when you say when I hear swingers, I'm thinking only from the original, from the real one, from the, you know what I'm saying, Texas Wild Wheels.
Somebody could have bought. And then they decide that they want it and resell it. Yeah,
this is true.
That's what I'm saying. So you know, you never know. Nigga could have came up on a sale. You know?
Possibly, yeah. You know, maybe better buy some swingers on OfferUp.
Exactly. Knows, you know, either Craigslist, the Facebook Marketplace.
The possibility definitely exists.
It's endless.
The possibilities definitely exist, man.
Oh my gosh,
Kodak,
you fucking kill me, bro.
But
you fucking kill me.
I mean, my thing is just like, man, I don't know, man. It's
so you
just
went
like
to the MLK parade and you saw.
I didn't go.
Oh, okay. So where is your synopsis for the
I ain't go
about
man. I ain't go. Like I told you, I had just ran into like I said, it was almost at the gas station. Pulled up there and heard all this damn loud music. I felt like an old person. You feel what I'm saying? It was like, nigga, I really felt like I was like, man, what the come on.
Shit.
It was just so like unnecessary, man. I was just like, good Lord.
It wasn't like, in the spirit of MLK?
Fuck no.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? They were nowhere near MLK Street.
I mean, not the street, but just because it was I
get it, though. You know what I'm saying? It was, like I say, it had some nice slabs, old school. And I'm a fan of the old school. I'm definitely a fan of the old school car.
It's the culture.
But I guess I'm more so a fan of the classic. And then, too, also, too, I'm picky. Like, I grew up at a time where you can't really say you got bang if your license plate and your belt buckles on your trunk is rattling more than your actual speakers. So you feel what I'm saying? To me, that's just like a
niggas be missing them screws because the bass makes the screws vibrate out. So niggas end up with just like two. No. Oh, okay, never mind.
No, I'm saying never mind. It's just like if you truly gonna have a slab though, invest the money to do it right. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just wanting to take the easy, simple, cheap route. You know what I'm saying? And do that shit. You feel me? But like I say, it's just one of those deals to where I guess it's just the surface shit just to look good. You know what I'm saying? We try to do mocapping for each other than actually, you know what I'm saying, worried about some real wealth that we can actually obtain and hold. You feel what I'm saying? Because I can almost beg to differ that. And I'm not saying every one of them, but the average nigga with a slab probably don't have no stocks. Probably don't own no real estate. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, a nigga keep pouring money into a liability than trying to figure out how they can turn some of those into some assets. Now, some of them possibly do have some serious assets. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not saying all of them don't. You feel me? But as a whole, it's just like it's niggas is more so worried about looking like we done came up than actually really coming up, man.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
What is that? Do you think that has a lot to do with a lot of things? Like,
no, I mean that's what I'm saying. As a whole, it's just one of those questions where it just made me really start thinking like, have we really progressed? You feel what I'm saying? We are, like I say, niggas out here right now. That's even I'll say half the people that was. I ain't gonna lie. Part of me really wanted to ask, and this is kind of jumping off to a whole nother mindset. But I really was like, what the hell are we even still having a parade for? I'm like, what are we accomplishing by niggas walking down the street?
Well,
throwing candy.
It's more of a celebration for.
Cool. Bet. What are we gonna accomplish? What was accomplished?
It wasn't about. It's not an accomplishment. It's a celebration. It's different.
Okay.
It's a celebration of what he represents, just like on President's Day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's just a symbol of, hey, we you know, it's the eve of fucking Black History Month, and here we are giving niggas a day. You know, we let one of they niggas. It was like an appeasing thing. Like if you go back and look at what all they did just to get the day and it in the first fucking place to get it recognized. It's worth the parade. It's worth the celebration because it may not represent like where we think we might be progressive wise, but it represents a change in the paradigm shift in how we were treated to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? It represents an error of breaking away.
Okay. I got you. But my question is,
I hate you.
In the midst of this celebration, the percentage of effective conversation or deliberate, pointed conversation for a particular goal in mind, I'm like, how much of it was just the same thing that the average church is about? Fashion show shit. You know, to go and floss. You know what I'm saying? How much I don't know, man. I'm really conflicted. I'm really conflicted because I get it. You know what I'm saying? They definitely fought to have a day. You know what I'm saying? Which is so to me jacked up within itself. You feel me? Like we are really settled Man, it's crazy because it's like as a culture, we'll really take the small upfront win rather than actually damn this like stay the course to make real effective change. You feel what I'm saying? Because in the light of the whole Martin Luther King Jr. purpose, it's like we should have more political power. No?
No.
We shouldn't have more political power?
Not based on him, no.
I'm not saying based on him.
Oh, that's what
I'm talking about based on what the hell his whole thing was, what he was trying to change. You feel what I'm saying? We was talking about people having the right to vote. You feel what I'm saying? We was wanting for the equal rights of a lot of different situations.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Which a lot of that comes from or is affected by politics. You know what I'm saying?
But it wasn't about, he wasn't trying to put nobody in no political place
I'm not
for
saying
power.
he was. But I'm saying his purpose.
I guess I'm saying that to say that they did it. It was like just so that we wouldn't go that far and want political power placement, and we just gonna give them him and let him keep them distracted enough, appease them, let them feel like they're progressing.
Oh, you saying he was a pawn?
Definitely.
That's
where I was getting at.
People not gonna like you for saying Martin Luther King was a pawn. You feel me? I'm just saying, you know. But I mean, that's definitely up for debate. To be honest with you, was that just something just to appease us for right now? Like you said, just by giving us the whole Martin Luther King Day, it's almost like an oxymoron, man. You know what I'm saying? We're still to be waiting for and happy to celebrate Martin Luther King Day when ain't they still fighting for some voters bill to pass that's then to take us back before half this shit even happened about taking away a lot of the rights that was even fought for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, have we truly progressed if they even able to? So that's what I'm saying. It's like
the system wasn't designed for us.
If we was really on some progressive change and really progressing, then we would have way more political power. Because the conversation would be, let's take some of this actual wealth that we have in the black community and let's buy politicians like they do in these other cultures. So therefore, we can actually have some effective change. So it ain't so much that we got to really even, not to say that we shouldn't have the day, but that wouldn't be the biggest accomplishment for us is, Martin Luther King Day. You know what I'm saying? And, tomorrow, right back to, ineffective change. What's the average income in the black community? You know what I'm saying? What's the average, let's say, economic bracket that the average home is in the African, you know what I'm saying? In the urban community, melanated communities. You feel what I'm saying? To really decide like how much has really changed in the dynamic of that conversation. Mm-hmm. You feel me? When to some extent, some people say we still fighting for shit that we fighting for that they was fighting for way back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay. MLK focused more on equality. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was. Like I said, he was just trying to be like on some, hey, we want the equal share as everybody else.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And I think to an extent, that's kind of what possibly jacked up our mentality. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said the I have a dream speech as the pawn. We got to get into his other speeches. Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. It's the speech that he started to have after the I have a dream speech that, like I said, they keep out of the history books. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I say, to me, it shows a lot in our current mentality. To me, this is a great idea of where we got stuck at and how our mentality is still the same to where I can't really say we've had a lot of progression. You feel what I'm saying? Because like they say with the whole, well, everybody want to, you know what I'm saying? Everybody love to talk about Black Wall Street. And to be honest with you, it was one of our most epic fails. As far as the whole story. Let's not just talk about a piece of it, but the whole entire story. You know what I'm saying? which, okay, yeah, we had Black Wall Street. We was doing good. Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of black ownership, the whole nine. Oh, then they bomb it. Oh, man. Woe is us. Cry, 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 shed a tear. Horrible experience. Great. But then it's like a lot of people ain't want to have the conversation of, okay, but then they built it back up, supposedly twice as better than what it was before they burnt that shit down. And it wasn't due to they got loans from no banks. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't go and steal all these black people's money. Yeah, they may have fucked up their infrastructure, burnt down their stores, things of that nature. But, the people who had the capital in these businesses still had capital somewhere. They still had their bread to where they was able to rebuild the shit collectively together, rebuild it better than what had happened before. You know what I'm saying? They burnt it down. But what happened? Right? So it was like, all right, cool. You see these niggas and built this shit right back up a little bit better. So here's what we'll do. Tell them they come shop at our stores now. You know what I'm saying? And now it became more, bragging rights for me to be able to go and eat in a restaurant, to go buy in their stores, to go get furniture from their clothing stores. You feel what I'm saying? To go buy a car from their car lot, rather than the continuation of support of our own community, which would allow it to continuously thrive. And that's what killed Black Wall Street. And it's like we have the same mentality now. You know what I'm saying? It's the Band-Aid surface shit to look like we have arrived. You feel what I'm saying? Individually. Because now I can drive the white car. I can stay in the white neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I can send my kids to the white educational school system. You feel what I'm saying? Mm. To be able to either look like, hey, I have some sense of accomplishment. You feel what I'm saying? Rather than a real conversation about real ownership to have a real actual black community. To me, that would be the sign of real progression. Like I heard, I think who's it, Claude Anderson? Google and find me a black community in the U.S. We'll wait. You have an Asian community. We got Chinatown down here. Everything over there is China. You know what I'm saying? From the dentist office, the hospital, grocery store, school, whole nine, everything, gas, everything, whole nine, whole thing.
Did you park behind me?
So it's like we don't have that community base to where we know we can go to any establishment within inside of these parameters and know that we got somebody looking out for our own well-being, just due to the fact that they can relate to our plight or actually are wholeheartedly concerned about our well-being. Feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the one biggest institution that we all say we supposed to have, that's supposed to be looking out, you know what I'm saying, which is the churches, in a sense, is still divided. I mean, you can't go to not one church and find a collective mindset.
True.
Like they say right now, even us as a culture right now, we don't even have a collective mindset. We don't even have a general consensus of politics that we want to agree upon. You feel what I'm saying? We can't even decide collectively or what we really want to be called. We black, we African Americans, we you know what I'm saying? We Hebrewites.
Hebrewites.
What's the other? I mean, it's like
Hoteps, Aborigines, originals. But I know a video that gives me a good mode for how I feel about this, and I'm gonna go ahead and slide into it one time. I'm gonna take a moment within the moment for Codac.
Go ahead.
Ooh, shot by Stray.
damn about. I said I don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. What you give a damn about? Ooh, yeah. Don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. What you give a damn about? Ooh, yeah.
I'm so into me, it ain't no in between. So self-involved that your cause could never intervene. I put the game on pause and try to build a team. They stuck that knife in my back and it damn near killed my dreams. When I say I ain't feeling you, that's just what I mean. I'm trying to run up these M's and keep my business clean. Pull up in that drop head where all the ballers shop at. See that rollie on glitz, I copped it just to pop shit. Shit, you ain't real the way I'm real, homie. Cause how you feel ain't finna pay none of my bills, homie. You fell in love, but I just cut her for the thrill only. So when she talk that shit, that let me know she still want me. You ever tried to ride with the wrong decision? That's like challenging a train to a head-on collision. Tunnel vision got me numb to other niggas' feelings. A hoe can cry until she dies, still won't make no difference.
I hear you talking loud, but you're saying nothing. You better stop your lying when you say you love me. And I don't give a damn, not a goddamn Florida heaven. And all that bullshit that you be talking, say that for the reverend, you can keep it stepping. And I don't give a damn, now wait for it. Shit, I don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. What you give a damn about? I said I don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. What you give a damn about? Ooh, yeah. Don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. What you give a damn about? Ooh, yeah. Don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. What you give a damn about?
We're back.
Yo, man, just make sure
man.
the next, if y'all gonna send videos in to Miss 11, just make sure your shirts fit. You know what I'm saying? The
Shut
whole
up, big
nine.
Omega.
You feel me? Cause hey, no holds barred, man. Just saying. But we back, man. So like I said, I guess, you know what I'm saying, you gotta take your own evaluation, man. I guess if you need more so concerned with your progression. And hopefully one day maybe, you know what I'm saying, in the future, you'll be able to figure it out, man. You feel me? But I do feel that there is hope. I do feel we are definitely moving in a positive direction. And hey, this may be an aimless plug, but I do feel in some ways this metaverse can definitely assist with that. You know what I'm saying?
You think so?
Most definitely, man. I definitely allow people to have conversations and just to be able to envision a world that right now physically may not be possible, or it may just take some individuals a little bit longer to obtain. But like I said, by us being visual creatures, anyway, if you can paint this image for somebody that they can visually step into and see, like I say, via the metaverse, via virtual reality, who knows what jewels and knowledge it can unlock, possibilities it can open up, you know what I'm saying, to the community as a whole. You feel me? I can definitely see in the near future being able to take youth and kids into a world that we've been able to create.
Where racisms don't exist.
Yeah.
Show them what it looks like possibly for a civilization to not have religion undertones that separate and divide, race histories that stereotype and give people preconceived notions.
People still going, man. Well, I will say this, in the metaverse, the one thing that I didn't really get a sense of people really being too concerned about the person's physical appearance, just due to the fact that everybody was a goddamn avatar. And it was just that underlining notion of, yeah, they may physically represent themselves with their avatar, or
But
they
they may
can
not.
just have complete creative freedom and expression and be a whole blue motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or
So
it could
you
be your chance
just
to be
never
a white
know.
man.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So you just never know. So people really just wasn't too hung up on. It really didn't hold too much weight on what you looked like necessarily. If anything, it was sheer just entertainment. People just really looked at it as some source of entertainment. Even if your avatar was all crazy looking, it was just something to entertain them. But it wasn't how they dictated. It didn't dictate how they felt they should treat you. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, so
Shout out
somebody
Jason
said,
Myers.
if we don't have a collective,
Of our designers.
Okay.
Is the metaverse going to benefit us?
Yeah. So that's the deal with the metaverse to me. This is a scenario where it's not really meant to be controlled by a certain entity where we have to wait for a collective of our designers. You know what I'm saying? Just by our culture getting involved in it, by, you know what I'm saying, this early on, we're going to definitely have a great influence on it, period. Because we have a great influence on the whole world as a whole. We just haven't had any control over the major institutions that did give us clothing, shopping centers, things of that nature, platforms to where we had access to manufacturing companies to be able to make these clothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, well, we only had maybe one or two major black clothing brands, FUBU and
Spawn maybe.
You feel what I'm saying?
Baby fat.
To where it took individuals like them that was able to draw up capital to get access to manufacturing companies to be able to, you know what I'm saying? But not at the whole landscape of, I mean, man, I ain't gonna lie, every time I go to the shirt store, I see, Lord have mercy, everybody now is making their own shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know at least within our culture alone, hey, people ain't afraid not to wear name brand no more. You know what I'm saying? They'd rather put their own stamp on something and sell it. And damn, they're selling it for just as much as a whole name brand was back in the day. Like, it tripped me out. Person paying $40, $50 for a sweater with some vinyl. That somebody just down the street just made and put together, had some creativity models, some quotes, something like that, and put it out there. You feel me? And so, to me, the metaverse definitely is going to reflect our culture.
That doesn't mean that we are going to benefit off of it, because it's a lot of stuff that benefits off of our culture, and we don't see a stitch of it, or you know what I'm saying?
Okay, here's what I mean by that, though. The metaverse is wide open enough to where, unlike the traditional means of us getting access to things, we're controlled by big companies, big institutions. The metaverse ain't built like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we don't benefit, it's strictly our fault. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no big company standing in the way of you creating your own goddamn whatever the hell.
Never say goddamn again. That was the worst. You sound like somebody, ain't he?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? But it's like,
sorry.
You can create your own NFT. You can create your own metaverse world. You can create, like, so there's nothing standing in the way of an individual actually doing that, to where you can have a great influence on the metaverse. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They say our influence is utilized to keep us financially in work because we don't generally own. Yeah, hey,
that's true.
Like you say, we definitely don't have a sense of ownership. But to me, that's the one thing that could change in the sense of the metaverse. If we go ahead, like the only thing that's gonna stop us right now is our own fear and lack of understanding. You feel what I'm saying? Or our desire not to want to learn something new. You feel me? But if that's why I'm a big advocate, and I know a lot of other people are advocating us just hopping into the space now while it's early. You feel what I'm saying? Before everything is kind of snatched up to where we don't really have no access to that. But you can see a lot of influences in our culture. One of the major ones in this world or in this space, as far as metaverse stuff, that's really capitalizing off of it is Snoop Dogg. You feel what I'm saying? Which is definitely a leader in the culture. And it's just one of those situations where, one, even the platform that Snoop is on, It ain't complex and hard. You know what I'm saying? Half these niggas out here, like I say, you'll spend most of your time on Instagram, Facebook, and things of that nature when you can actually get on some YouTube or some other platforms and learn how to create some of these things in the metaverse to where, like I said, we can have a great influence and benefit from the metaverse. So when a person asks, how much will we benefit off of this new wave of technology, virtual reality, and the metaverse? But that's all going to be determined by us. Because, like I say, the knowledge is out there right now. The accessibility is out there right now. It ain't nothing standing in the way of us being able to capitalize off this like it was before. When if you wanted to have a clothing brand 5-10 years ago, you needed to go to a major manufacturing company. It wasn't no place you can just go to like that to be able to start your own. Now, yeah, you can just go to, like I said, go out for Harlem, buy you some shirts, get you some body, get you the machine, get you the cutter, and you can pop out your own product. You feel what I'm saying? And so there's a lot more freedom that exists now to where it's strictly dependent upon us on whether or not we really benefit the way that we really can. So, I mean, that's my whole deal, man. Have we progressed? Yeah. Do we still have a long way to go? Most definitely. And it's all on us, man. And to me, that's the one beauty, is that we definitely still have so much room for growth, so much possibility still exists out there. You feel what I'm saying? And like I say, this shows a great example of just the progression that we do have. When before, entertainment, knowledge, information was all controlled and monopolized by big industries. But you know what I'm saying, here in H-Time, we got the queen of all things indie, man.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Putting people on, let people have their own platform and own show to be able to come out here and speak to the people. And before, that was something that was just kind of unheard of. You had to pay payola, you know what I'm saying, kiss some ass, go, you know what I'm saying, wash some, I don't know, man. You had to jump through a whole bunch of hurdles.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, to be able to get on platforms like this. When now, it's accessible. You know what I'm saying? So, they say the powers that be have a tendency to create parameters that hinder our growth and development as they assume control. I mean, yeah, hey, man, look, we can always look at the possibilities of how they could get in the way and hinder and things of this nature, or you can seek for those opportunities and those doors that exist for us to go and make, you know what I'm saying, make some opportunities for yourself. Because along the way at any one of these journeys, there have been doors that we could have walked through. A lot of the times it's in our culture, we'll just be too afraid to even see, try, ask, and go and seek. You feel what I'm saying? And then 5 years later, we'll be able to, yeah, it's still justifiable, but then we'll be having a conversation later and allow us to yada, yada, yada.
Yeah,
when I'm saying now we live in a space to where we can't use those as excuses anymore.
Right.
Like you said earlier, information is so accessible. You feel me? We can't really just say that they are controlling the
narrative. So
yeah, man. I mean, when you look at even though we know to a great extent that they control stuff like YouTube, they control platforms of the other social media things of this nature, but yet still compared to 10 years ago, that's still a platform that we didn't even have available to us to even be able to communicate and talk to one another.
True.
You feel what I'm saying? But my question is, why ain't somebody created a whole nother YouTube that's not monetized and controlled like that? And there are a few people who are creating apps out there to have social media platforms like the YouTubes and things of that nature. But, you know, we culture or copycats in a sense. We just gonna take whatever easy and what's first. We won't give a lot of these other platforms a shot to be able to grow and become great enough to where we can utilize that as other options. We'll sit there and rather be controlled by the YouTube. It's because it was out there first. It's a little bit easier. That's what everybody using. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So, but let me get up on there. You know what I'm saying? And YouTube saying they're gonna pay me some bread. You feel what I'm saying? So the question is, when are we gonna stop waiting for for somebody to come and say, hey, come hop on the train? You know what I'm saying? And take our own opportunities, man, because it exists. But I'll see y'all in the metaverse. You feel me? Y'all had a moment with Codac, man, on Love the Jam Radio. Have we progressed? You tell me. Have you progressed? All right. Holla at y'all later, man.
Shh.